Well, hello everybody and welcome to the MCAT Club. This is our weekly call for Monday, February 17th, 2014. My name is Don Osborne. I'm the host of the MCAT Club, and in case you haven't heard before, MCAT Club is the place to go for live and up-to-date information about the MCAT, MCAT prep, and I even answer your MCAT related questions live here on the call. You can find the MCAT Club at INQUARTA.com. We also have a Facebook page. You can also find us on YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. As a medical school admissions expert and a consultant and a coach, I work with you, amazing students, who really want to get into medical school, but you might be stuck or you feel uncertain about parts of your application process, and you'd like to learn how to package yourself to make yourself a stronger candidate for medical school admissions. I promise I am the most hopeful and encouraging advisor you'll ever meet because I work with you to help you improve your package, develop you as a strong candidate, make you stronger than you've ever been before. Today, I have been asked by one of our MCAT Club members to answer the following question. Currently, MCAT scores are good for a certain number of years. As the MCAT changes in 2015, will all applicants thereafter be required to have taken the new 2015 MCAT, or will MCAT scores from 2014 still be good for applications next year? Okay, it's a great question, and it's a really timely question because, of course, we're going through a lot of changes with the MCAT, and that's going to be a big part of everybody's decision making for the next little while. So let's talk about some of the facts. Fact number one, the last MCAT in the current system will be offered January 2015. After that, the current MCAT will no longer be offered. Okay, so, and then as of 2017, the current MCAT will no longer be reported. So if you took an MCAT in 2014, that score will not be listed anymore anywhere in your application on 2017 and thereafter. Okay, so we have this roughly 2-year grace period of overlap. A couple things to consider. Number one, the new MCAT will probably have a different scoring grid, and it might even have completely different scoring data. In other words, right now we've got 3 scores, all of them on the scale of 1 to 15, and starting with the new MCAT, it will be 4 scores. We don't know what the scoring grid's going to be yet, so it might be 1 to 15, it might be completely different. They may even change to letters or who knows. So that's something to think about as far as how will medical schools compare an old MCAT score, a current MCAT score, with the new MCAT score. It's going to be quite difficult for medical schools to make those comparisons. They also have a lot more data, a lot more information about the current MCAT score and what the predictive model is of the MCAT score relative to success when it comes to completing medical school. So at least for a little while, the medical schools will have more experience with the current MCAT than with the new one. That will change rather quickly though. It won't take them but 1 or 2 admission cycles to really see what the new MCAT scores are doing relative to predicting a student's success in medical school itself. So that's not going to be a big deal for medical schools for a very long time. But I think if you have a chance to apply in 2015 to start medical school in the fall of 2016, and you're ready to take the MCAT in the current format, I would probably do it. And your MCAT score will be fine for the 2015 application cycle. After that, it really depends on the individual medical schools, whether medical schools will accept an old MCAT score or a 2014 MCAT score in the year 2016 for people enrolling in medical school in 2017. And of course, for applications in 2017, you have to have the new MCAT score. So what I would recommend is definitely take the MCAT in the current format if you're applying in either 2014 or 2015. And you can take the MCAT if you have enough academic work done that you can take the current MCAT. If you're planning to apply in 2015, 2016, and you need time to work on your academics, and you're going to be forced into taking the new MCAT, and let's let that be okay. Okay, so that's the answer to Susan's question. Now there's another part to this question that I want to talk about, a little variation, and that is for students who are considering the special master's program, because some SMPs require an MCAT score in order for you to be considered. So if you're thinking about applying to an SMP in 2014, you'll need to take the current MCAT. But if the SMP is 2 years long, if it's a 2-year-long master's, then you'll be applying to medical school in the spring, summer of 2016, which means you'll probably have to take the new MCAT also. So there are going to be just a few students, maybe a few thousand students, who are going to be stuck in this very odd situation of having to take both the old MCAT and the new MCAT. And this is one of those scenarios where you'll see that will happen. Okay, so Susan, I hope that answers your question. Don't forget that now is the time to get started on recommendation letters as well as on your personal statement. Be sure that you prepare your recommenders by warning them, letting them know that, hey, I'm going to come to you here in a short while asking you for a letter of recommendation. And if you need help with that, please check out my book titled Great Letters of Recommendation, which you can find now on Amazon. I have a Kindle version. I also have a regular version available on Amazon. Okay, thanks very much for your time. I'll talk to you guys next week.